Love and Care, PPEC, and ELC.
We're here to champion your success and connect you with this amazing community.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Linden. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Yeah! Willie make me sweat. Yeah! Chilling in the hot tub. Get in! Willie make me wet. Yeah!
Well, thank God it's Friday. These kids are worn out. They're not used to getting up and doing all this work they've been doing. My beautiful granddaughter, Leighton Bell, Lorelai, they came over last night, showed me their new cheerleading stuff. They're incredible, by the way.
She's not the only one that had a hard time waking up this morning.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Jim Bob, I love that
fired.
That Gator Man. Pretty. I thought it was Cape Coral for a second. That was our Cape Coral. Anyway, and then everybody's just got to get used to these time frame, getting up and doing all the work they're doing. But what a great opening to the school year. It's been nothing but outstanding from everything I've heard.
I'm glad we got routine back.
Yes.
That's my thing.
And the breaking news, we knew about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the thing at Arnold High School, Bay High School, the situation with Coach Griff. We'll get into that sometime today. I think it's a bunch of crap myself, but we'll talk about it when we get a chance.
Two sides to every coin.
Yeah, everybody's got a different
School
story.
choice.
And yeah, school of choice. What's the big deal? We're trying now to get on Taco Bell, Coach Tanner, Taco Bell Tiger Shark. I told him I was calling. Just keep calling him. He'll answer. He know he's got to get them kids to school.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're down there in Port St. Joe, you better get out to Taco Bell. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it doesn't matter. Get to Taco Bell. They support the Tiger Sharks like no other. Without Taco Bell, we wouldn't be here right now talking about this.
Thank God
Big
for football
supporters.
season.
Let's bring him on right now. Jim, we know his daddy's a legend. He's becoming a legend. Hell, he might be a legend right now. He is a legend. He already is a legend. Okay. The whole family's a legend. The one and only Coach Tanner. Good morning, sir. Taco Bell Tiger Shark update. How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I couldn't be. Are you at Taco Bell right now getting a burrito or something?
No, sir. I can't.
Too early. All right, buddy. Let's get into it. We got to get you quick. We got our day is unbelievable. You got a game tonight?
Yes, sir.
Who y'all got?
We got Union County.
Ooh. Okay. Talk about it.
Oh, Union County past couple of years, Final Four team, 1A rule. One of the larger schools in our classification. One of them deals we figured we'll try ourselves out real early.
Well, let's go back. I kind of jumped the gun here a little bit. Everybody's gone through the summer workouts. Everybody feels pretty good. Yeah, how committed were the Tiger Sharks this year, this summer? Did you have great turnout? Did they get bigger, stronger? I know you chart everything. Did you see some big improvements by the kids as far as strength?
We really did, yes, sir. We did, especially in our linemen group, our linebackers. Those spots where those guys need to be strong. They definitely did well. We actually had a lot of additions to our team, which is huge for us. We were able to get our baseball guys, our basketball guys out, and add a little bit of speed and athleticism to some hard-nosed, gritty kids.
Hey, let me ask something real quick. Did you have any move-ins? The school of choice, everybody jumping around ship. Do you have some guys show up you were surprised?
Yes, sir. We ended up with one kid from Apalachicola transferred over, and we had a young man out of Marietta.
Did anybody video you when you were talking to him?
No.
Just curious.
Luckily, I didn't know how ugly they were till they stepped on camera.
Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Coach, Kyle Vandegrift here. Not Josh.
I mean, Kyle, sorry.
Okay.
Same thing.
Hey, Coach, I know last year with the loss of Chance and everything, those kids have been through a lot, right? And have you seen a tighter build a relationship in the locker room with those guys that have gone through, that's somewhat of a traumatic experience for a teenager. And I know you're such a great leader and everything like that. Have you noticed like a closer bond with these kids?
I can tell you, you got to go back 2 years, not a year. Go back 2 years, almost. I don't know, what is that? 2 years. So we had two young men die in a car wreck the day after our spring game.
Wow.
And one of those kids would have been a senior. The other kid would have been a junior. Both of them starters. Both of them phenomenal athletes. One was a linebacker. The other was just an athlete that played everywhere, even played a little quarterback too. And so we experienced it 2 years ago going into our, right out of spring. And then with Chance, the following year, I think we got close. 2 years ago, we got even closer. Yeah. And I think it definitely, made an impact on all of us as a community, as a staff, as a team. And then you just, we've kind of rolled into it, and we have great kids. Really, I know everybody says it, but we got great kids. And they're close-knit, it's a small community. So everybody knows everybody, everybody's family. And it did bring us closer, but we already were kind of there.
How's the strength and conditioning going? Have you seen guys make real strides from spring to, not even spring, from the end of last football season to the end of summer? Have you seen some benchmarks hit and things that have blown you away?
Yes, sir. We've been consistent with our weight room. Weight room's a big part of playing football or any sport, and so we've been consistent with it. But as anybody, they're kids. They're growing. You get them at 14, all of a sudden they're 18 years old. So much changes. Everybody hits puberty at different times. Things happen. They get meaner, more confidence. So, naturally they grow anyways. But we have been consistent with our weight program, and so it's always going to show.
Coach, I have to ask the question because I always kind of ask about this. Your biggest fan, is he going to be in the press box this year, or is he going to be on the sidelines? And if he is on the sidelines, are you going to have a get-back coach to keep him back?
Probably is my biggest fan outside of my two daughters, but he's also probably the biggest critic.
We've heard about that.
Yeah, we've heard.
We've heard.
We have a lot more negative conversations than positive, I promise. So I had to fire him twice.
Jared fired me. He did. He fired me when we were at North Bay Haven.
Does he still?
I fired him. I still love him. So I'm like, Daddy, you gotta take the headset off. Me and you gonna fight.
Does he still want to get in the eye and run off tackle power?
Oh my God! I think last year was the most excited he's ever been. We got in split back veer. We got in the eye. We got in double tight ends. We even got in the power out one time. And of course, when that happens, he's like, you put in 25 handbag traps, you put in 34 blasts, you put in the end around. He was all in. He knew it.
I tell you what, that's some real football right there.
Yeah, that's real stuff.
Unbelievable.
If we ran that again, we would have to go back to the old school cowboy collars and the arm pads.
You remember that? I remember that stuff. That's crazy.
Hey, I wore one. I wore one as a quarterback.
Did you lose any? What about your coaching staff? Tell us give us some love to the coaches. Give us some of their names.
So Charles Buggs, who was my defensive coordinator this past season, Charles took the head job at Vernon, and he took it, late start for him, and we all wish him the best over there. Get that program up and running again. But we had Charles Buggs. When Charles took that job, we had hired a guy the year before. He's actually our head softball coach. Guy by the name of Derek Garland. Derek Garland was longtime Mayo Lafayette defensive coordinator, 17 years over there. And so Derek was helping out a little bit last year, off and on. So when that happened, we moved Derek into that spot, and he's been phenomenal. Very excited to see him. I know he's nervous. I told him, I'm like, man, if you don't let them score, we win. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. And so he knows he got the pressure on him. But we've got guy came back that played for me, a guy named Justice Peacock, who works with all of our young guys. He'll install the offense middle school JV, just hard worker. Bobby Alexander, who Bobby's also one of our Baptist preachers. Bobby keeps everybody in line. You know, dot our I's, cross our T's. A guy named Clay Williams, who played at Michigan, 6'8", big old lineman, played at Michigan, played for the Colts, was an NFL lineman. Clay comes. Clay gives a lot of insight and holds everybody accountable. And Kenny Parker, Coach Parker's a legend. Found out the other day he's been to 14 state championships since he's been here at St. Joe between boys basketball, girls basketball, football, and track.
That's fantastic.
He won a bunch in track and basketball. 2 in football, I guess. So, we've got a lot of the same guys I've always had. The biggest addition, though, would be Derek Garland.
Talk about a little bit about this team, about the expectations. I know sometimes going into the season, you're like, this is kind of a rebuild year. We got some holes here and there. Or are you like, man, we got a really good shot at this one this year. How do you feel like this team's made up, and what are your expectations on the year?
One, I would like for the injury bug not to hit us.
Yeah.
I would like to finish the year with, having all of our kids. Last year we lost our running back first play of the first game against Wacoa for the whole year, broken ankle.
Yeah.
We have him back, luckily. He'll be a senior. He didn't lose senior year. We had one chance, and then we ended up throughout the year losing 8 starters.
Wow.
So by the end of the year, by week 9, I think we had 8 new guys, having to play that we weren't counting, expecting to have to play. And in a 1A program, 8 guys is really like 12.
Right.
No, 100%.
Or more. So we were scrounging, and that's a lot of the reason why we went to the I formation, the split back. Had to try to get real creative and slow games down, run the clock on people, limit their touches. With this team, we have a lot of those guys back because they had to play. So they have a lot of experience. They're hard-nosed kids because they don't have any other choice. But we've also said it with the addition of adding some speed to it with the basketball kids and the baseball kids that are just athletic. I think that gives us the ability to spread the field out again and maybe take a couple more shots downfield. But at the same time, it allows us to really kind of play that cat defense, where everybody kind of mans up on the outside and goes, I got that cat, you got that cat, and let everybody else just pin their ears back and go.
Hey, Coach, high school elite.
That's how this team is.
Okay. Hey, Coach, High School Elite posted on TikTok the Panhandle what they thought on records, and they have you guys at 5-5, and I think that had a lot to do with last year with the injuries and everything that went.
What a slap in the face.
Yeah,
we're not going to put up with that.
That's bulletin board material there.
We're going to surprise some people this year.
Yeah, I think we're going to surprise some people this year, Coach. So we wish you the best of luck, man. I'm excited.
I'd rather them put 5-5 than 10-0.
Yeah, like Cottondale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a good schedule. We got a lot of teams we can play with, and we have 2 or 3 teams that are going to really push us.
Talk about the schedule now. You get 5-5, home and away, or are you on the road more or what?
I would tell you the joke's on them because we're only playing 9 games, so we can't be 5-5.
There you go.
So, we got 9, but we got Holmes to open it up for us. And, Holmes got us last year, a good team, new coach. Got Liberty with Gerald Tranquil and the guy that was my defensive coordinator 2 years ago. A guy named Corey Silcox is helping him out, and Corey's the most aggressive person I've ever been around. So you got Holmes and Liberty, which is always a big game for us. Bluntstown, right after that. We know what that is. That's a rivalry. Then we got, 6A Leon coming down to St. Joe to play us. Then Bozeman, Rutherford, Chipley, Chipley's been, that guy, Buchanan's done a great job since he's been there. We got Baker coming to us. So Brunson coming all the way back. We finally get him in Gulf County, get to host him. And then we ended up in with Destin.
Well, you do got a tough schedule.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule.
Man, I hate it.
We don't get that typical 1A schedule.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Everybody fears you guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I hate it. Our time has run up. Hey, Lorelei and Layton say, all you Tiger Sharks, support those Tiger Sharks. Get down to Taco Bell. Have a great time before the game, after the game. Don't forget about your local Taco Bell. Hey, we love you. We'll talk to you next Friday. I'm on a secret double mission next Friday, but they'll be with you next Friday, okay?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Thank you, buddy.
Good luck, Coach.
All right.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. They're so pumped up, baby. I am pumped up about this. I know where I'm going to be for the Ohio State, Texas ball game. 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, whatever you want to look at it. That Cajun place. Listen what's going on at the Cajun place this year. Rick just gave me the information. 27 TVs, NFL ticket. They got it all, man, right there. live during the games. They got to be live games during the games on Monday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays. 50-cent wings. Yes, 50-cent wings. Incredible. You can't find that anywhere. Their wings are great. I love going to their rings. $5 draft beers, Bud Light, Miller Lite, Yingling, whatever it's called. Sundays, all day NFL right there. They got brunch from 10 to 2. They've got LSU fans. Listen up. You've got to wear your colors. It's got to say LSU on there. When they score a touchdown, guess what? Free Jell-O shots when LSU scores. Sunday, all day long, NFL. They got a band there for the Sunday brunch. North Shore band, jazz band. They're incredible. I know that one of the main guys. They're a great guy. Brunch menu. Then it's really good from 10 to 2. Go check it out. We've done that before. Saints fans on Sunday, wear your colors. It has to say Saints on it. They score a touchdown, you get a free Jell-O shot. LSU, you're going to be getting a lot of free Jell-O shots. That offense is incredible. But get out there to that Cajun place. You're going to be glad. You'll see us there every Saturday, I guarantee you. And do never, ever, ever, don't ever do this. Come over there and say, Jason, I'll pay for your lunch today. Don't make that mistake.
Don't listen to him.
We're pumped up about that. We're pumped up about Taco Bell. Get out to any of the Taco Bells, 3 great locations in Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the new one down at Port St. Joe. They love those Tiger Sharks down there. Taco Bell people do. All right. We get back. We're going to try to get Coach Pettis on over there at Bozeman. We got a lot to talk about at 7:30. You make sure you got tuned in here. You're going to hear what's been going on in Bay County. I don't like what happened to Coach Griff. I think it's some fishy. I don't like it. We'll talk about that at 7:30. We all got an opinion, though. We could be different. Could be. A little bit. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Dak is the Honda Civic of this league. You never have to worry about getting to work. It will not break down, right? Like, his floor is very high. I think you'd be surprised how many games Dak has won when he's healthy. He has an incredibly high floor. You don't have to worry about silliness. He's an excellent leader.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Friday. A chance of thunderstorms and sunshine this afternoon, evening with a wind at 9 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and the high of 91. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 80. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and mostly sunshine in the morning and then a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings. And $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
Take your next adventure at an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We hope you have an absolutely wonderful Friday. It's going to be hot. It's going to be beautiful. And we lucked out with that hurricane. Thank goodness it's going to stay off the coast. That's great, man. All right, we're trying to get up with Coach Pettis at Bozeman. On Friday, it's Bozeman Day. I've texted him. I called him, and hopefully we'll get him on the phone here in a minute. If not, we'll jump into other things like Coach Griff and Arnold High School. But real quick, Bozeman, what's the word on the street? How good's Bozeman supposed to be? You know, your first year, you're always your toughest. It's most difficult. It's hard to win the first year unless you get really great players. What are you hearing about Bozeman? You've talked to everybody.
Well, you know, Hayden Gay came back, you know, so they're going to have, you know, pretty good leader out there, quarterback. And, you know, KP, I mean, he's a locker room junkie. So on this offseason, they've made some pretty good strides in the weight room. And, you know, Trey Pettis, his son, is the offensive coordinator and handles offensive line, and that's a brilliant kid right there.
Yeah,
you know, and he played Division I football at Florida State, and what was an offensive. I think it was an offensive.
How old is he?
I think he's 28, 29. Wow. He's so
a lot of energy.
I think
it's
when he was
it.
coming in when Bert was leaving.
Okay,
you know, it was like that last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they were actually close locker room buddies or whatever. But yeah, and plus he's the son of a coach.
Yeah.
So, you know, he knows the
Of
system.
a coach.
That son of a coach. Knows the systems and what his dad wants and knows how to.
We said a lot about you. That son of a coach.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I earned it.
Hey, Jim, you know Pat. You've kind of followed his career. Hadn't you been the same? Have y'all gone against each other, or were you already out of it?
No, I know of him. I don't really never coached against him. He's been around a long time. He started at Taylor County. He was in 1997 when they were state champs. He was on that staff.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been around a while.
How old is he, Coach Pettis?
I think Coach Pettis is 55.
55.
Yeah, I was going to say mid-50s. He's been around.
And, you know, he had a good run at Childs. And,
he's a Rutherford guy.
He's done a great job.
I talked to a lot of the parents because a lot of the Bozeman kids do shop at Max Fit, and they're thrilled. They love the atmosphere. They thought last year was kind of, you know, I don't want to say a negative, but, you know, I don't want to say anything bad about what was going on there. But they like the coaching change. The kids like it. They think the locker rooms is very strong, as you said, you know, with Hayden coming back and the Gays being back involved after being at Arnold for a year, and you know, some of the kids that came over, they think they're going to be really good, and they've been killing it in the weight room because they live in the weight room.
Yeah, they do.
That's something.
That's the key, baby.
Yeah,
that's the key. Well, hopefully we'll get Coach Pettis on the phone. If not, we'll move on. But Bozeman, you know, I miss him already, and we ain't got the baseball season yet. The legend, Coach Patton. Yeah, hell, we can call him and talk to him all week, every Friday, the whole year.
Bring him in.
The guy, his record in baseball will probably never be touched. It's unbelievable. I love that guy. The Elvis Presley of high school coaching is no doubt about that. But anyway, we're going to try to get Coach Pettis on. We're still working. If we get him on, we'll come back and talk about Bozeman. If you're at Bozeman, administrator, teacher, whatever, tell Coach Pettis we've been trying to get up with him, and we'll get him on every.
I'll tell you one thing. I talked to Trey the other night. And
we got him. We got the legend. We got him. Coach Pettis, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome to Bay County. I'm glad you got your opportunity. You were last year at Arnold. Did a great job over there. Now you're the head man.
Coach KP in the house.
Yeah, we're pumped up to have you. Give us a little rundown. Tell everybody out here in Radio Land where all you've coached at.
Well, Taylor County, Florida, in Perry, 97. We won the 3A state championship there. Then I was at Pacelli High School in Columbus, Georgia. We were very fortunate. We won 30 games in a row. It was a great thing. Then I went to Dr. Phillips High School in Orlando. Went to DeLand, Crestview, Sebastian River, Child, and then now here at Bozeman.
How many years that all together you've coached high school football in the state of Florida?
I started year 31 this year.
Wow. That's awesome, man. God bless you. I love that. Are you in the drop program yet?
Nope. I'm gonna hang in there. I don't feel like I'm not in the drop. I don't know. You know, I've always said the day that when I hate going to practice is when I'll retire.
There you go. There you go.
And I still get jazzed up for practice every day. So I'm gonna, keep doing it.
Let me ask you something. What's it like coaching with your son? I mean, I did that with my son, but he was the head coach when I was helping him. Hell, he fired me during a game. I mean, he said, shut up.
I fire Trey every day. I fire Trey every day.
He handles it pretty good, doesn't he?
He's probably the most. I mean, he's a phenomenal coach, but he's also he knows how I am, and I mean, he's so laid back and so just let it roll off his back type person. He's a typical O lineman, a protector, really. He understands it. He's had hard coaching his whole life. He had me in high school, and then he got Rick Trickett in college, so he knows hard.
Oh, I know Rick. I coached with him at Southern Mississippi. He was something else. All right, let me ask you this: what do you think? Are you pleased? I know nobody's pleased where you're at. You always want to be better, but you've been there a short period of time. You got to put up with Brian Norman, the baseball coach over there. I know that's got to be difficult. I had that problem, but no, I love him.
Tough.
He's a good man. I love him. But anyway, talk about your football team. What do we tell us some of the leaders? And before we even get into them, first thing I'd like to know about your coaching staff. Who all's working with you?
Well, on our offensive side, it's me and Trey, a young coach, Cade Myers from North Alabama. He does such a good job, and then he really does a super job. And we have another young coach, Jake Scott, who helps Trey out with offensive line. I do the quarterbacks and the running backs. We get such few coaches, it's so hard when you get, you get 5 supplements, and the way everything is specialized so much on each side of the ball, in a perfect world, like when not perfect, but in a normal, I don't even want to say normal, in other places, like when I was at Dr. Phillips, we had an outside receivers coach, inside receivers coach, you had the outside linebackers, inside linebackers, D-line, second safety, and corner. You had all these things because they're all so different nowadays,
Yeah.
But, that's who we have on offense. And then on defense, our defensive line coach is Max Perkins. He's been a couple places. And then our inside linebackers coach is Carlton Marshall, who came from Troy, led the nation in tackles, holds the career tackle record at Troy, and which is my alma mater. So very proud of that. Our outside linebacker coach and defense coordinator is Justice Boyette. He's a Rutherford Ram graduate, just like myself. And then Matt Durham is my safeties coach, and then Brian Norman is my cornersback coach.
Hey, Coach, did you retain?
Defense is very important for me.
Coach, did you retain any of the coaches that were involved with the program with the previous administration?
There is not a single coach that was involved with that, and that was in with Coach Sweat that is on our staff.
Okay.
Now, they were already gone before I got there.
Okay.
And so when Coach Tillman was there, I offered to keep all of his staff because I just didn't want there to be too much turnover, and I just felt like I could get them to where, doing it the way I wanted it done. And so I kept that because I just didn't want the kids to have just a complete revamp third week of spring. So we kept everybody that was, when Coach Tillman was there on the as the interim coach, we kept everybody on that staff. I mean, we've lost one or two since then. They've gone to other places, but and I've replaced them with newer guys like Coach Perkins, and but Carlton Marshall, Cade Myers, and Justice Boyette was there with Coach Tillman when he was going through spring.
Okay.
So I kept all those guys.
Coach, our time is short today. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we got to. Can I hold on this a little bit longer? All right, let me ask you this. Give us some names of some of the players you're looking forward to coaching this year. Who are some of the leaders on this football team?
Well, John Hanson is a great, to me, in my opinion, our best football player right now. He can play any position at a high level. T.J. Truitt
Hayden Gay on offense, those two. I can't say enough about our offensive line. Trey does a good job with them. And then on defense, again, Wade Mitchell, our inside linebacker, we're expecting big things from him, and Braden Spence, both inside linebackers, have done a really good job this camp. And Jared Gay at the defensive end position. So, all of those guys have played well so far. I'm excited to see them play somebody. We did a little official scrimmage last week. It's about what you would expect, But I do know this: you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are. So,
yeah.
I think we fall somewhere in that middle ground.
Well, Coach,
it depends on the day too.
We want to thank you so much. I know you're busy. We appreciate it. We're going to call you every Friday, 7:15, Bozeman Day. Good luck to you. Tell everybody over there we say hello, and we'll talk to you next Friday. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you,
Coach. Thank you.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, real quick, Jason Kovaleski, all these players, all these coaches, if they're not taking advantage of you and your store, they're not thinking correctly. You want an opportunity to get bigger, stronger, faster, what's going to make you feel better, work longer, harder. Jason Kovaleski can make it happen for you. Where are you located? And tell us some of the great things these athletes should be doing right now.
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. But right now we have a lot of electrolyte packets and stuff like that. I know beginning of the season it's really hot, humid. You want to keep from cramping. Really, really good for just hydration and keeping hydrated. But we have it's called Evolution Hydration Sticks. They're $36.99. You get 40 sticks, so 40 days worth for only $36. A lot of these guys need recovery as well. So after a game, getting a protein shake in, maybe like one of our mass gainers and multivitamins. So we have a high school stack. It's a complete mass. It's some creatine and multivitamin for $99.99. So you get 3 products for the price of maybe 2. But you can come down, utilize our free sample bar, get on our InBody 570, track your results through the season, make sure you're not, breaking down muscle, and you can utilize those at either location.
I tell you what, you need to get down there. They do an incredible job. What I love about it, too, you try it before you buy it. If it doesn't work for you, heck, you don't get it.
Yeah, don't buy it.
Pier Park, 23rd Street, get in there and go see Jason. You listen to Jason every Tuesday, Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandergriff, I tell you what, Vandy Roofing, they can design it, they can build it, commercial, residential, they do an incredible job. You're looking for a roof, it's Vandy Roofing, no questions asked. Also, the legendary Jay Michaels, today's special, Chris Fish. Grilled fish over peppers, onions over better rice, and a special sauce is incredible. You will absolutely love it. Kind of healthier choice. Yesterday, they had a special on the fried shrimp. It was incredible. Thank you, Glenn. Actually, Glenn picked up the entire bill. Glenn, Steve Moss, and myself, we had a great lunch yesterday at the legendary Jay Michaels. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you got to get out and see Pat Perno, city commissioner over there. Go to his restaurant, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Great food. This is where you want to go to watch all the college football games. But all you Mosley Dolphins, listen up. Get over there early, have yourself a little pep rally, have a great meal, then head on down to Tommy Oliver and watch Mosley play some great football. You're out that way anywhere and you're looking for jewelry. Where should you go, Wildcat?
You're going to go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, and it is time, no pun intended, it is time to get your watch battery replaced.
It is time.
Get that little joke there?
It is time.
David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77.
You know what? You bring up a great thing about time.
Yes,
if your house is burning up, your power bill's going through the roof, you can't get it cooled, you can't pay your electrical bills, guess what time it is? It's time to go see Jason.
Very clever.
Stevenson Air Conditioning. Bite the bullet, get you a new one. It'll actually pay for itself over a period of time. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. You know, when I was listening to high school coaches, how many you have, how many you didn't have, all I need is one. As long as I had Jim Brandt with me, I had no problems. I knew I was going to win. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. What's going on? We're going to hold off on FSU. We got to get into Arnold High School. We're going to tell you the latest that's going on. It's a crock. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz. Weekdays 11 to 1. We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing. Visit them online at HewittTire.com on Airport Road in Panama City. 850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Duplin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Drive careful, school's back in session. It's been a great week to the school year. I've heard nothing but great things. Good job, all you administrators, teachers, coaches. That's the key to these Bay District schools, these teachers, these wonderful teachers we have. They're underpaid, and these great coaches. I thank you for everything. Jim, you believe that? Would you, starting over again, could you do that again another 35 years? Could you make it? I couldn't.
Not at age 69, I couldn't.
I couldn't if it was 20. That's too much work. It's just, they got to do paperwork. They got to do this. They got to do that. I love them. They're wonderful. You
were good at paperwork.
I was great. I was probably the most organized. All right, let's get into what's going on. Kyle, you heard about all this stuff. Jason, you know about all this stuff. Jim Bob, you've coached forever. We got a school of choice. Now, we went over the situation in Gaston County. That coach was suspended the entire year, $20-something thousand fine. Right. Griff had some players come over from another school, and I'm not sure what school it's from, to be honest with you. And what, 3 or 4 of them? Do you know what school?
Possibly.
No, we know. From Bay High School. Let's keep it real. And they video it. I've heard it's been videoed. And you got school of choice. They come into your school, they go to the front office, say, hey, we're thinking about coming to Arnold. The lady, they call the coach, say, hey, coach, we got some kids up here who want to play football. He goes up there. Now they're going to fine him $5,000 and spend him for 6 games, and then the booster's got to pay another fine for the school.
Yeah, I mean,
it's school of choice. What the hell does it matter?
I think the way they're making it look out to be is as if, he's like, hey, yeah, y'all come on to the come on up.
What
to
is he supposed to do? Say no, do not come to Arnold. You hear me? Get back in your car and leave. Is he supposed to be rude to him, Jim?
I guess.
What did you think about the whole thing?
Short and sweet.
To be honest with you, I didn't know a whole lot. I heard you guys talk about it, just kind of hush whisper stuff, so you could squirrel, don't talk, shh, that kind of crap. But I actually didn't know what really happened. The thing that's this is just me, this is just me talking without any undue pressure from anyone outside. It's pretty shady when you go to another school and then you record it. That to me says, what are they looking for? Why do they feel the need to record it? It's like, why do they need to get this person on the record that, hey, he said or did this? And I know that when we were at Arnold, the procedure was, when that happened, the first person to get involved wasn't the coach, it was the principal, so that kind of stuff doesn't happen. Now, if that's not the case anymore, maybe I'm speaking out of turn. I don't have any idea. I honestly don't know a whole lot about it. I just think it's unfortunate because I'm like you. They're school of choice. They can go wherever they want. And are we going to find a guy for semantics? When he says, yeah, come on, does that mean like... come enroll to school, come for sure and play for me tomorrow? Or is this, come on over here and we'll talk about it? I mean, what are you saying? That's just me. That's very shady.
Let me ask you this real quick. Which one's going to get a tougher penalty? Is Josh's more than Michigan? What's going to happen to them today?
Probably, now that I'm hearing stuff.
Yeah, it could be worse on Josh over this than what they're going to do to Michigan.
So 36 hours ago, everybody was, hey, they're going to get hammered. They're going to get hammered. It made sense that they were going to get hammered, and then everybody seemed to flip.
That's coming from Michigan people, though, Jason.
A little bit. I'm saying that.
Michigan
but it's also come from Pete Thamel, ESPN. There's a lot of people leaking information because they got the Committee on Infractions decision. They get it, 24 hours ahead, so they can prepare their media, their response.
They do?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have it. I mean, and whatever they're leaking now to Pete Thamel is that Moore might get a 2, maybe 4-game suspension and a $14 million fine.
So they're going to make a high school coach pay $5,000 out of his pocket for saying, "Yeah, y'all want to come over here? Great."
Yeah,
he met with him because he was called to come up to the office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Getting back to the top.
And I'm going to tell you the truth now. All you people out there, you're going to think, "Oh no, he did this." Now you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They said that crap about me. I sued them, and in depositions, guess what? They settled with me. So you don't know what the real truth really is.
I will say this, just to take away from this, it seems like they're really cracking down on recruiting. So I would cross my I's, dot my T's, make sure everything's above board at this point.
Oh,
we've
for
seen
sure,
two
especially
schools now
Youngstown
get hammered.
With all that being said, and I agree with you, and Jason Griffin's not a new guy. He's not new to the dance here. He's been coaching a long time. Yeah. With all what you just said, why would you put yourself in a trick box where you're not doing what you're supposed to do? Because knowing that you're going to get whacked. Why would he do that?
But you know how easy it is.
That makes no sense to me.
A good player calls you. Your mom says, "Hey, we're thinking about coming out." Okay, come on, let's show you around the campus.
But these kids showed up on campus.
That's what I'm saying.
And they called.
They showed up on the last day of school at the half day.
Right.
And they showed.
Oh, this was way back.
Yeah, this was.
Were their parents with them?
No, it was.
What do you know? What do you know? What happened?
Teenagers.
What's the rumors on the street?
I only know a little bit from the FHSAA buddy, and he's 100% in the wrong because I think, and a couple people think, you have administrative protocols that you have to follow.
Right.
Now, what he did, he went to the AD and said, "Hey, these kids are here," and then they showed him around and all that stuff. But then also, too, like, immediately you're supposed to say, Mr. Principal and Mr. Registrar, you have to sign off on this before we can do anything. And he didn't do that.
If he would have said, tell the lady calls him, the principal, secretary, whatever, the person up front of the office, and if he would have said, call Brett,
yeah,
tell him about it, and then he'll call me, and I'll come up there.
Yeah, because,
and none of this would be talked about.
Yeah, none of this would be a problem.
Yeah. But I get it. You're working. They call you. You go up there. You don't know what the heck's going on. And then you're going to fine you for $5,000 for that when it's school of choice?
Now, the one thing you can look at is if there's been other communication. Now, that stuff hasn't been released. The report hasn't been released, and I don't think it will be released. I mean, he's appealing it. Bronson Sweat appealed his last year, and they reduced it down, and he just missed the Kickoff Classic.
Yeah, and that's what we could be talking about here next week.
And they took away his fine.
Yeah.
So...
that's what I'm saying. Everybody calm down. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah, let's let the appeals process work itself out. And look, Griff has already said to everybody in the media, he's already said, look, I'm not saying anything about anything until the appeals process works itself out. Yeah. Well, regardless, the board doesn't meet until mid-September, so he's going to miss 3, possibly 4 games minimum.
How did it get to the state and not to Josh, the county AD?
They
first?
Self-reported. The administration self-reported it directly to the state.
Wait a minute now. So that's the first time the state ever heard about it. When I ain't buying that.
Well,
I ain't buying that.
That's what they're saying.
That dog won't.
That ain't working.
That's
not on this show. That ain't happen.
That don't pass the smell
hold on.
test.
Even Josh Latch put out a statement. He said, after being made aware of Florida's FHSA policy violation,
See, he was made aware by who?
J.R. Arnold self-reported the matter to the FHSAA. Following the investigation, the school was assessed $2,500 penalty. In addition, Coach Griff was suspended 6 games, $5,000 reduction in pay, which is in accordance with the statute 36 infraction. Now, 36.2.1 defines the recruiting as any effort by employees, athletic staff, or representative to pressure, urge, or entice a student and attend for athletic purposes. 36.2.2 clarifies that improper contact. So the FHSAA is saying there was another improper contact, includes any direct or indirect communication, written or electronic.
So they have subpoena power at all?
I would assume. I would assume. You know, a student
so they probably know a lot more
here's
than
the
what's
other
been
thing.
released.
Here's the other thing. Written or electronic with a student or their family. So was Coach texting maybe the parents or something?
Mom or dad?
Or,
I'm just sitting
No,
here.
I don't know.
I'm just sitting here thinking, as a teacher and a coach for almost 40 years, to me, this whole process went off the rails that last day of school when those kids came in from Bay and they didn't have parents with them. They should have been turned away right then and there.
Right,
Say, you bring your parents or guardians with you.
And I think that's
you come
why.
on back and we'll talk. Because
I think when it got back to Britt, he was like, "Whoa, we're in some trouble here, boys. This is not how this works."
Yeah.
You know, and you would think that A.D. Green, with his many years of experience, would have guided Griff in the right direction
He
on
would
how
have.
this would have.
He would
I'm
have.
sure he would
Yeah.
have.
You know, but he's, I don't know, maybe 1 foot out the door. I think he's retired. So, you know, he don't care.
Well, I hate, and that's not being ugly at all, but if the secretary would have said, "Oh, wait a minute, got kids here, let me call the principal."
Kids can't self-enroll is what I'm
Let me
getting
call your
at.
parents.
Is what I'm getting at.
Well, no, I don't think she
Unless they're
probably
emancipated,
didn't
yeah.
know that these kids walk off the street, they want to come play football. Oh, okay, I'll call the coach. If she just simply called if they just simply called the principal, we wouldn't be having a discussion right now.
You're right.
All it is, if he would have called Brent Smith and said, "Hey, we got kids up here that want to play football here," and he met with them, everything would have been all right. We wouldn't even be talking about this. It wouldn't be a $5,000 fine.
Right.
I don't know.
It does. I will tell you one thing. It does seem a little contrived that 5 kids at one time go
Completely.
to one place on the same day.
So
with no
there's-
parents.
What I don't
with
get,
no parents.
What I don't get, they're saying, so this
They
happened.
got video recorded.
This happened, and all of a sudden, they made this mistake, and all of a sudden, out of their goodness of their heart, they called the state.
Yep.
That's what happened. Okay. All right.
Yes.
If I was Coach
As far
Brown,
as you
I
know.
would be a little upset at the kids going, like, what, were y'all going to leave me? Like, was this, or were y'all trying to do some sort of covert op or something
Right.
like that to, like, was this like,
We got to take a break. Let's start with Vandy Roofing. What's going on? How can they get up with you? They want a great roof, 'cause especially the insurance company. They'll drop you in a heartbeat. They give you maybe 3 months notice or half a year notice.
Yeah, they're not going to renew the policy for sure.
Talk about that, and what can you do?
Give us a call at 866-9908. The insurance companies are just absolute pains in the neck to deal with, but we're able to help you with that. If you get a drop letter or anything like that where you got to get a new roof or they won't renew your policy, give us a call or visit us at tkvandy.com, www.tkvandy.com, and we'll be able to help you out.
You'll be glad you did. I tell you what, you looking for a bike, Steve's Bike Shop's #1, not even close. You talking about a local legend. Coaches at Mosley High School does a great job with the swim team over there. These electrical bikes are taking over the world. They're located right across from Sam's on 23rd Street. Go check it out. Well, you'll be glad you did. The legendary Chad Mitchell, 26 years on Bay County sidelines. That's right, 26 years. One of the first doctors trained in robotic surgery. The guy is incredible. We'll be right back. We're running late today. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
You know, you're getting as drunk as you can possibly get. I mean, you're carrying out goalposts into the river. I mean, just to beat Alabama in the regular season. As an Alabama fan, I feel really good. It's like, Daddy, sometimes it's okay to allow you guys to win every once in a while to make your program feel really good. You know what I mean?
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Friday. A chance of thunderstorms and sunshine this afternoon, evening with a wind at 9 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and the high of 91. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 80. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and mostly sunshine in the morning and then a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they'll get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We're talking about the situation that everybody's talking about right now. Locally, Arnold High School, $5,000 fine Coach Griff's having to pay.
6 games.
6-game suspension, and the school's been fined. I think this Bush Club could also pick that up.
$2,500.
And I think Josh was probably upset they didn't come to him first and went to the state. What I'm hearing, I don't know. This is all rumors. If you know anything, give us a call 215-6290. But I just think that's pretty steep.
Yeah, I mean, typically you go to the county first so they can do their internal investigation to see if it needs to be referenced to the state. FHSAA. So, it's there's two sides to every coin. So. Coach Griff has the opportunity to appeal, which he is taking.
Yeah,
right.
And that'll be next week.
I don't think it's next week. I think it's middle September because it has to go in front of the board, and I think the board only meets. I think the board meets once a month type deal. So if he is appealing, I believe it's middle September. So no matter what, I think he's out 3 games unless they do unless you. See,
I heard next week.
I think you can get an injunction. Through a judge, if you're lawyering up for this. And so, I don't know if the boosters are hiring it or if Coach Griff's hiring it himself, but I was under the impression that it's once a month when the board meets to go over appeals.
And like you said, they've been overturned before where the coach could...
Yeah, not necessarily overturned, but definitely reduced. Yeah. With Coach Sweat at Bozeman last year, he ran into the same... issues with, I guess the policy 36, and he got the same amount of gains on the fine too, but they reduced it. I think they did away with the fine and reduced it around to 1. I think a lot of his stuff was exculpatory. Yeah, and so. I don't know what the evidence is. I know Griff's been in the game a long time. Yeah. So I just don't see this being some, pulling these levers behind, Oz, behind the curtain, crazy recruiting guy, not like this Bluntstown football team that we've been looking at. I mean, have you seen what they got?
Yeah.
9 kids from outside the county are playing. that
Did they
currently
video
live
them? Did
outside
they video
the
them
county.
coming on campus?
I don't know. I'm sure there's something because I mean this team is stacked.
Is that true about the video? Did you hear that too?
That's what I've heard, but nothing's been released. I mean, if there is a video of it, that makes it somewhat even more contrived. I mean, because listen, the school's got cameras.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to Vern Barth at security, and he can pull up anything you want.
Yeah.
You know, and unless it goes like, I think 14 days or 21, something like that, then it reboots or what have you. But listen, we've got security all over. They can see every inch of that campus. Who cares if is that the video they're talking about, or is it? Did a kid have a phone in his pocket? Was it a parent? Was it set up? Was it just? I mean, the video should be able to show one way or the other. Like, this was just innocent. Like, hey, look, these guys are coming. Okay, good, great. Let's show you around. I'm going to talk to my AD first. Because that's the head coach's boss.
Let me say though, and Jim, you help me with this. You did it forever. If the state did these fines, shouldn't they have done all this work before they gave them the fine to go back and change and overrule something on an appeal? Why would you not get all the information, then you fine them, and you don't have to worry about this
Good
appeal?
question.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
Okay, you don't have to pay us $5,000. Sorry we embarrassed you. Sorry, sorry. Everybody in the county's talking bad about you. You're a crook. Yeah, you don't have to pay us now. You're okay. You're good. Go, coach.
Right
after the damage has been done. So I don't get that.
Yeah. But luckily, you know, there is an appeals process, so Coach Griff does have a chance to defend himself on everything, and perhaps maybe either the FHSAA or the educating the coaches on really the definitive line of the do's and don'ts.
Yeah,
it should be an effort, or it should be somewhat of a class or something when you become a head coach in the state.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at it from two different sides here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the state's like, hey, you knew this, you're going to be fine.
And
you knew the rules. You didn't. You shouldn't be coaching.
Yeah. But I mean, the head coach, his boss is the athletic director. The athletic director's boss is the principal. You know, I mean, he followed the chain of command, it seems like to me, but apparently that's not the right way.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll have more on it, I'm sure, throughout the, like you said, it might be in September. I thought it's next week. As soon as we find out, you'll make sure everybody know next Friday what's going on. And we'll have Griff on. I don't know if I know he can't talk about it next Monday, but we can talk about what's going on with the football team. Arnold, so it looks like he definitely not going to be coaching tonight. He won't be involved.
Yeah, no, I don't think he can.
Next week, I don't know. We shall see, because I just don't know. All right, let's switch gears. Jim Bob, what do you think? FSU, you got anything for us today? I know we kind of got off track today. Just shortly, quickly.
Yeah, there was. I saw a post where it was somebody from the FSU community, Tomahawk News or whatever they call it. They're thinking that this could be a good season for Florida State because the ACC only has 3 ranked teams. You know, Miami, Clemson, and SMU, and they don't play SMU. So if they split with the other 2 and have some other wins, maybe they can somehow, I'm talking about Florida State now, somehow they can slide into the ACC championship game. I think that's a tall order. That's just me. Could they split with Miami and Clemson? Yeah, they could. More realistically, they'll probably lose to both of them.
Yeah.
That's just my take. I'm not trying to be a hater. That's kind of, I think, where we are. And then they said, well, we're going to be better because our kids are hungry and all this, which as a coach, it's really hard to quantify. Okay, you didn't eat breakfast this morning? What does that mean?
Under 19 teams are hungry this time of year.
Coach speak, you know. Our kids really want it. They're really hungry.
0-0 right now.
Okay, we'll see. So,
coach speak.
Right.
It's coach speak. 100%. I think it is.
I will say this, it can't get much worse. I mean, they needed some juice in that program. They brought in an entirely new staff. Gus Malzahn is very experienced at running that offense.
And they're getting after it.
They got a quarterback that can run that offense. And normally when he has a quarterback that can run that offense, they're pretty good. We're going to find out if that offense is a little
think they're going to be better.
Yeah, they can't be worse.
ACC championship game better? Not this year.
I'm looking at 6 to 7 wins.
Yeah,
if they got 6, that's a great job for them.
But is that going to keep Norvell?
6-6 at Florida State. I never in my lifetime I thought we'd be going.
Bobby Bowden
moving on up.
Yeah, we're doing better.
To the east side.
What has happened?
Go get Jimbo Fisher, man. Only got paying $5 million a year.
Gruden.
The mayor's calling.
The mayor's calling right now.
Gruden.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good fit at Florida State or Florida.
I think he'd be a good fit anywhere. I mean, what about Deion? What's wrong with Deion, man? Deion at FSU,
recruiting.
Look at the players they bring in there. I'm going
I think
Deion.
Deion's health issues are going to be a big.
I was saying that.
Yeah,
health and
that's
recruiting
Yeah,
high school kids.
He's got a lot of health issues. doesn't he?
Yeah, bless his heart. Y'all pray for him. All right, we'll be right back. We get back at Jeff Spiegel out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Jeffrey?
Man, do you believe it? It starts today. High school football. Next week, the real deal. Next week is the week 0, correct?
I think.
And then the following week, we're into it, man. We're getting closer and closer. Let's talk about some of the great people we have. Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Skin cancer can be deadly. Women, that's one of the things you really got to worry about. That and breast cancer. That's what women seem to get, both of those. So be careful. Dr. Ward can check you out. 5 minutes can save your life. Don't put it off. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, they got the best happy hour in Bay County. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer, house wine, margaritas, great place to have birthday parties. And don't forget about, I've already forgot about them. Get out to Newbies. 4 great locations, not 3, 4 great locations. I want to thank John Sharp for all the things they do for the county. Get out there and support them. The best bands in the Southeast every Friday night at the Mothership. Get out to Newbies too. Watch all the games on the Curve. Have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. Whew, we'll be right back with Jeff Spiegel out of the great state of Alabama. We'll be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
The latest Browns hope is Shador. Before then, it was Baker Mayfield, it was Johnny Manziel. At the time they were with the Cleveland Browns, I think neither of them were ready for the stardom and the roller coaster ride that being the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns comes with the way that this guy is.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Friday. A chance of thunderstorms and sunshine this afternoon, evening with a wind at 9 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and the high of 91. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 80. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and mostly sunshine in the morning and then a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama football. It's brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you have a hard time getting the house cool, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Power bills going through the roof, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. It breaks down in the middle of the night, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. That's what Jason will do. Graduated from Mosley High School, does an incredible job. One of the most honest guys I know. Don't make a mistake. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Condition. Let's go national. Let's do Jeff Spiegel, the legendary. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, Coach. I'm standing here in my, looking at my yard, and I'm seeing leaves start to fall. So I'm getting excited.
Wow.
Is that from a storm or?
Yeah, really.
Maybe I've got a tree dying. I'm not really sure.
Did you wave across the street? Did you wave across your backyard to Miss Terry? I mean, I know you live in that same neighborhood.
Well, we're supposed to have lunch at the country club today and the yacht club. So, so I'll tell her you said hi.
Tell her I said hello. She is such a beautiful lady. I tell you what, Nick loves him. He loves Jeff. All right, a couple of things before we get into SEC and Alabama and Auburn. What's going to happen today with Michigan, Ohio State? People are really anxious. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to see what happens. Do they get fined $14 million, a slap on the wrist, and 2 games suspended? We got a high school coach here. The guy got suspended for 6 games. They fined him $5,000 out of his pocket for kids coming on campus, and they call him to the front office, and he shows up and say, yeah, you want to play ball here. As far as we know, I'm sure there's more to it.
Allegedly, yeah.
So is the high school coach down here in Panama and Bay County get more than Michigan?
I don't know. I mean, the NCAA is kind of, lost its teeth like a long time ago and has already gone through 4 or 5 sets of dentures. So, I mean, I don't know what the sanctions are going to be. Certainly, if you have rules, you have to enforce them. But I mean, who knows? But it's certainly a lot of respect has been lost for the NCAA when it comes to their ability to enforce the rules.
Yeah, and you said they got to enforce them. Well, aren't these level 1 charges the most damaging?
6.
6.
One failure to monitor.
So if they don't do anything to them, then it should be
and lack
do
of
whatever you want to do.
too.
Yeah, and not even. They should just say, you know what? There are no more rules. We're going to do what we want to do.
That's what this.
Well, sure. I mean, you have to make a statement, and you have to let everybody know that this isn't the Wild West. You have to have some order here. So order should be restored in that regard, and we'll see what happens.
All right, well, let's jump into Bama. The ranking is embarrassing. I mean, the AP poll. Are we going to fire him this week or wait till next week? I mean, we're ranked 8th in the country. I think an AP poll, the lowest since 2007 or 2008. Are we going to put up with this? I mean, how much longer is we going to give him a chance? I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
I'll look at Alabama's camp so far, and here's what I see. I see nothing but positivity. Last Monday, there was an opening for some negativity. The reporters all flocked around Nick Sheridan, wanting to know, how he felt about taking a step back from offensive coordinator to now being quarterback coach and working under Ryan Grubb. So there was a chance right there, for a little bit of negative energy, to be expressed. But Sheridan handled himself really well, said all the right things, and I think he meant, the things that he said about the fact that, he's happy to be at Alabama. He's happy to be working with Grubb again. So, and then, you have the coronation, of the new quarterback. I don't think I've ever heard a quarterback being talked in such glowing terms, as Ty Simpson has this past week. I mean, it was a unanimous, for everyone was just, on board with this. And so I can't find anything negative in the Alabama camp, and that's certainly not the case on the other side of the state.
Well, what I love about Simpson is that he stayed. Now we all see everybody transferring out. I'm going to take my ball. I'm going to go play somewhere else. He could have gone and made some good money. I know Vandy, Vandy would have taken him in a heartbeat and paid him whatever he wanted. But he stayed at Alabama. They interviewed him. I heard him saying, I love this university. I love the people here. I love what he said, and I'm glad he did stay. And I'm hoping he has a really good year because I really think their quarterback room is really good. I think that freshman Russell kid, by the middle of the year, is going to be an outstanding football player. And I said last March, I think I think Simpson will start. If it goes south, I think you'll see that true freshman get in there and play. But I hope everything goes great for him. But seriously, Jason, the guy to stay this day and time is kind of unheard of. And I love that about him.
It's rare, and I think that these guys are usually successful because they've been in the program, they learn the offenses, they turn, they're hungry. And he's more of a distributor that fits more this offense than what Milroe was. Milroe was a runner. He could throw the deep ball, but this offense is predicated on the intermediate pass game and running the football. So I think he's a perfect fit for this. And with the weapons they have at receiver, the offensive line, I think Alabama's going to be really good.
Yep. We shall see.
And he does have the legs. I mean, he's pretty mobile guy.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the underrated aspect of his game, but I think he brings a lot of leadership to the table. Look, is he going to have numbers like Mac Jones had in 2020? I mean, probably not. I don't think so. Those were just unbelievable. But I think he's going to have a terrific year. And you're right, staying the course. I mean, he watched Dylan Lonergan, go off. He's going to start at Boston College. Eli Holstein's at Pitt. He could have gone. This guy could have started anywhere.
Yeah.
But he decided to stay the course and stay at Bama, and I think it's been a decision that has just been, just applauded by I think he's won the respect of the whole team for the way he handled it.
Think about what you just said. That quarterback room they used to have, people don't realize how good they were. They transfer out, they start at Pitt, they start here, they start there. Sayans at Ohio State, he's going to start there. They've done a great job in bringing quarterbacks in. But then again, Milroe didn't develop like we thought. And even Jalen, I got to give Oklahoma credit. I thought they did a lot better with developing him at quarterback over there throwing the ball than Alabama did. What's your take on that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I look at the way that Grubb has handled this whole situation, and also loved what he said about the backup guys. The fact that some guys, when you've already named a starter, they kind of quit, But he doesn't expect that from Austin Mack and Keelan Russell. I mean, he expects them to, keep competing. Listen, that backup quarterback job is really, really important. I mean, when Nick Saban needed to send a message, to Jalen Milroe before the South Florida game, he turned to the backup quarterback. And that's another thing, too. I mean, that was big for Ty Simpson. I mean, getting the win in that game. And so, the backup quarterback development is really, really important here too, and I think Grubb has just handled this all of this quarterback race just incredibly well.
We talk about the locker room. Saban always said the quarterback that runs over the locker room is the really most important thing. We all know the abilities there. It has to have the ability, but they got to win over the players. And you would think all the players have a lot of respect for him, and I'm sure he's won over the locker room, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as we mentioned last week, this is a guy who I feel like, going really old school, kind of has the throwback look of just the classic quarterback who comes in and, if the offensive linemen are whining and griping, and then the wide receiver says, "Hey, man, I was open." He's the guy who can get everybody's attention and says, "Hey, we're headed to the end zone. Follow me. If you don't want to follow me, get your butt on the sideline."
Yeah.
He strikes me as the guy who can really command. He's got a commanding presence in the huddle. And he's been flawless in fall camp. I mean, I think he's only thrown one pick, the entire fall camp.
Wow.
So he's just terrific taking care of the ball. And, don't underestimate that quality in a quarterback. I mean, when you throw it to the other team, that's not good.
Go ahead.
So they're relating Ty to like Mac Jones, is what you're saying, Jeff?
Well, I am, in terms of a guy who just kind of stuck it out and has won the respect of his team by just going to work every day, and then when he gets the opportunity, showing out. And we can't see, what happens in practice, but I think he's got that Mac Jones moxie too, where, he wasn't the starter, but man, he sure carried himself like the starter, every day in practice. And I think that certainly gets the attention of the team too.
And he's only a junior, right?
Yeah, redshirt junior, yeah.
Redshirt junior.
22 years old. Yep. Hey, let me ask you this. Are we going to sit back here 3 weeks from now and go, wow? You remember 2008, all the talk was Clemson. Man, Clemson. And Bama goes out there and spanks them and shocks the world. And Saban had to go, hey, it's just one game. Calm down, it's just one game. Then they went and won all those games. Could we all be overlooking FSU and Gus Malzahn, the magic that he brings to Tallahassee? Could we be sitting there after this game on the 31st going, what the hell happened? Could it be that FSU, with no love by the media, goes in there and shocks the world and puts it on Alabama at home? Could that happen?
As a lifelong Florida State fan, but I have season tickets for Alabama, yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Jeff, is that a possibility?
Well, I'll tell you this. If you want a great first test for a new quarterback, take him into Doak Campbell Stadium. And I don't care what Florida State did last year. Florida State's still Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a great program. And, everything Norvell has been saying, is just kind of stirring up the pot in his quarterback. So those people are going to be whipped into a frenzy. So it's going to be very important for Ty Simpson to make a statement early and to make statements often, in this football game, because I don't think Alabama's going to go in there and, win by 3 touchdowns.
No.
I think this is going to be kind of a struggle.
Yeah. I'm with you. Florida State's got everything to win. Nobody gives me any respect. I think they're going to play hard. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with Jeff, finish up the legendary Jeff Spiegel out of the great city of Birmingham, Alabama. I tell you what, I am truly pumped up about that Cajun place. Jan and Trudy love them. Wonderful people. They own that from New Orleans, and they went through Katrina. They come here. They start a business, and my goodness, look what's happened. It's one everybody talks about. Everybody comes to Bay County. They want to go to that Cajun place. The food's incredible. Jeff ever gets down here, I'm taking him there. But listen to what Rick's going to do this football season. Now, we all know they got the NFL package, 27-plus TVs, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Live football. Here's a key word, live football games. $5 wings. You can't get that anywhere, and we all know how great their wings are. $5 draft beer, Bud Light, Miller Lite, and then college games. Saturday, we used to get in and have to wait. They open up at 11, miss the lead, picking the helmet, and miss part of the game. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Saturdays and Sunday, they got brunch, 10 to 2. Can't beat that. LSU fans, you've got to wear your jerseys. You got to wear something that has LSU on it. Their colors, it's got to say LSU on there. Every time LSU scores, guess what you get? Free Jell-O shots, and you'll be getting a lot of them. You'll get a lot of them free. That offense is going to be incredible. On Sundays, they got the North Shore Jazz Band. Great people. I love them. I know those guys. Great guys. They're there from 10 to 12. Brunch is going on. Get there early. And then if you're a Saints fan, you got to have Saints on. Their colors, there has to say Saints on it. They score a touchdown, guess what you get? Free Jell-O shots. I know where I'm going to be Saturday watching Ohio State versus the Texas Longhorns. I'm going to be right there at the Cajun place eating those wings and having a great time. I'm not going to go sit in that heat in Tallahassee. I just can't. Julie, we're not doing it. Anyway, get out that Cajun place. Tell them Coach sent you. You're going to have a great time there. Lorelei and Layton say, get out to Taco Bell, especially you Tiger Sharks down there in Port St. Joe. Get out to Taco Bell. Three great locations on Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the new one down in Port St. Joe, Tiger Shark Country, man. That means shut up. We'll be right back. 104.3. Wow, man, that was kind of rude. Yeah. He is rude. He's gotten cocky lately. You know that? He's got really.
That's what you get for coming in late this morning.
Give me a nip of that shine back there.
He shows off that scar. He's going to get a no in a minute. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Thinking about the kicking game when you were talking about it, and the punter is this guy named Blake Dowd, and his transfer school is Colorado School of Mines.
I got my master's from there. And you were so unbelievable.
I know. Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Friday. A chance of thunderstorms and sunshine this afternoon, evening with a wind at 9 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and the high of 91. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 80. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and mostly sunshine in the morning and then a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered. Literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Summer is finally here. Now is the time to enjoy your lawn with cookouts, pool parties, or just catching some of that summer sun. Don't let fire ants ruin your day. Call Turf Pro Pest Control. Turf Pro will come out to your property and eliminate fire ants quickly. We guarantee it. Call Turf Pro. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk must. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Martha, Kenny, Jane, Jenna, Steve, Elizabeth. I love the Segrets. They're not wonderful people.
That's my second parents.
I'll tell you, I love them. And they go to every Auburn basketball game. I think they go to every Auburn football game. They are big-time Tigers,
they're
baby.
big time. Where's Craig, man? He used to come on a lot when we were over on 23rd Street.
Yeah, he's got a baby now.
Okay, cool.
Child.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, beautiful child there.
Beautiful.
Elizabeth, Steve, they love that grandbaby.
I bet.
All right, let's get back to work. Let's bring him on right now. Jeff Spiegel. I love Jeff. That's a wonderful man. Jeff, can you answer this question for me? What unbelievable university since 2007 at home games, only home games, won 115 and only lost 9? Could you maybe have a guess who that could be? It's a record, by the way.
Not a big deal.
I would have to guess Alabama, maybe.
You are correct, sir. In the first year, I think he lost 3 or 4 there at home. And since then, it's been like...
See, Jeff, you'll learn that every question Coach asks that's supposed to be trivia, the answer is Alabama.
Hey, they can't prove that.
That's why I can't host Jeopardy.
No, Kimasabi. They don't know.
That's why you can't host Jeopardy. Every answer would be Elvis, Alabama, or
James Brown.
or Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban, Jeff Spiegel. Anyway, I got to get into this, and I've never heard of it, and it might turn out to be the greatest. I don't know if you heard about it either. This might be the greatest thing any coach has ever done, but to me, I just don't get it. I know he explained it. I love Coach Hugh Freeze. Went to Southern Mississippi. This is a critical year for him. I hope he does really well, and I'm predicting Auburn's going to be really good this year. I do. I think they're going to win. Surprise! They're going to shut everybody up.
9 wins, I think.
8 or 9. Yeah, I think they're going to be good, but I don't agree with him on this. On first down, the offensive coordinator, Coach Nix, he played at Southern Mississippi, will call first down plays. Third down plays, Coach Austin, the quarterback coach, will play and call all third down plays. You know who's going to call second down plays?
You.
The booster gets the most money that week? No. Yellowwood. No. Hugh Freeze. First down's offense coordinator, second down's the head coach, third down's the quarterback coach.
How can you do that?
I don't like that.
Jeff, help me. Help me out. I don't get it. He explained it. Now, he can override anything. He's the head coach. He said that.
They all can. Sure.
But I have never heard of this. You think Coach Bryant would do something like this? Woody Hayes? What do you think about this? Is this something new? Lane Kiffin does kind of new stuff.
I think it's a slap in the face of the offensive coordinator.
How can you build continuity and get in a rhythm if you're calling first down play, this guy's calling second and third down? I mean,
so my OC's not competent enough? Is that what you're telling me?
James, I'm going to tell you this from a defensive coordinator point of view, and I call it, that would kill me.
Yeah.
I never did that to you.
No, I know. I'm just saying, because you got something in your mind, and you're always thinking ahead.
Yeah, it's chess.
And then you got something in your head. Well, no, Jim, we're going to do something else. Wait, how can, like you said, how can you have any continuity with two people, let alone
the first down sets up.
Did I say non-wins? Let me take that. Let me rewind.
But you're running on first down that's going to set up your second down play, and second's going to set up third down. So, what if all these guys have different philosophies on what they're trying to do, and you're trying to mesh that together?
Jeff, what is the response in the great state of Alabama? What are the reporters saying? What's the word on the street about this? What's your take on this?
Oh, it's a hot mess. I mean, it really is. I mean, and Lane Kiffin tweeted yesterday, well, who's calling the fourth down play? and of course, if it's Lane, the fourth down play is we're going for it.
Right.
If it's Lane calling the play, yeah. No, I mean, it's look, on the outside looking in, it looks like a big, big mess. And he tried to clarify it, and as usual, when Hugh Freeze tries to clarify something, it becomes even less clear than it was before he started trying to clarify it. And, his claim is that, look, I got a comfort level with Derek. I got a comfort level with Ken. This is the way we've done things, at previous, stops that we've done. And, Derek Nix opened up this can of worms, revealing the play calling thing. Why is this always an issue at Auburn? Ever since Gus Malzahn got there, this has been an issue every year. And, Coach, this is why you don't hire an offensive guru as your head football coach. If you do, then you hire a guy who the company line is, hey, I'm calling the plays.
Yeah.
I'm calling the plays. It ends with me. End of discussion. And you tell your coaches, somebody asks you about it, Coach Freeze is calling the plays.
Yeah.
But every year this is an issue at Auburn. And, look, if they go out and they win 8 or 9 games, it won't be an issue.
Right.
But if they stumble out of the gate and they're an offensive mess against Baylor, I mean, this is going to come up.
Yeah.
It's just every year, though, we go through this.
I'm glad you said that because you're right. I always say this. They go 7 games. They get beat by Bama at home. They get beat by Georgia at home. They're not in competitive games. You only win 7. It's going to come up. His health's not good. He can't recruit.
Plays golf too much.
Plays golf too much. And now he doesn't know what to do with the offense.
Yeah.
You're right. I would have never let.
Yeah,
that's one thing I loved about Saban.
That makes no sense.
I loved about Saban, and I felt that way. He's the voice of the program. Nobody else is going to say anything. It goes through him. That way you don't have this stuff. And if I'm Nix, I'm the OC, I'm kind of like you. Maybe he wanted that out there. Because if I'm the offensive coordinator and you're going to do this, I'd go, well, why don't you just – I don't have to be the offense coordinator. I'd be upset about it, like you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it making sense.
It makes sense if they all have input, but one guy's calling the play. It makes the final decision. Everybody's got input on the headset. The head coach is going to say something. Oh, maybe we should do this or this. But you got 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This isn't something like we can huddle up and got 3 minutes. We're going to decide this.
That makes no sense.
You need one guy that's going to say, this is the decision we made, and you got to live and die by it.
Did you see the video of him getting on the quarterback? Arnold, did you see that? Wow.
Yep.
And I saw that too. I saw that play. I'll be honest with you. I would have been upset if I had Hugh Freeze too. They got 7-on-7 going on. Quarterback draws back to holds the ball, doesn't even throw it. And we were in a drill. I'm like, I'd have been upset too. He threw his helmet, jumped on his throat. What are we all hearing? How's everything going down there as far as the entire program? What are you hearing?
Well, again, it opens up doubt. When you see stuff like that, and I don't know how video like that was even shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
Why are reporters there while they're still practicing? I mean, it's like most coaches, they give you a viewing period, and then you're out, man. You don't get to see any of that stuff. And it's like you know what? I enjoy going to Waffle House, right? But the one thing I don't like about Waffle House, I don't like seeing the kitchen. I don't want to see how it's made. I don't care how it's made. I mean, I want to see the food when it comes to me on the plate. So
I enjoy a hot dog. I don't want to know how it's made.
Yes. He needs to close up his kitchen, and he needs to start cooking, and he needs to start fixing some good victuals there, because this has just opened up even more doubt about Jackson Arnold and whether he's the right quarterback or not. And you don't need that when you're in the middle of fall camp.
It sounds like it is a hot mess down there.
Let me ask you this. The Alabama media, have they started to turn against him, or is this jury still out on him? What's the deal with them?
No, I mean, I think the jury's still out. I mean, I think there are people who think that they could, they could win 8 or 9 games. That they've got the talent.
I do. I think they can.
The jury, the jury's out on Jackson Arnold. I mean, Jackson Arnold's got to prove himself because, last year, with the exception, of the Alabama game, I mean, you can't really think of many incredible things that he did as the Oklahoma quarterback. And I know he had injuries to just about everyone on the offensive roster. But stuff that happened yesterday. Now, look, I know coaches and quarterbacks are going to have their run-ins. I know that. But you look at just the toxic relationship between Hugh Freeze and Peyton Thorne last year, and then what enters into your mind after you see that is you go, here we go again. Here we go again. We're going to go through this again the whole 2025 season. So it's that's kind of my take on it. I don't know how the rest of the media feels, but I saw that yesterday and I go, oh boy, here we go. And I'm thinking, Arnold after practice is like, let's look at the transfer portal and see if I could go somewhere, before the season starts. But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end, but it's not off to a good start for sure.
All right, our time has come up, man. We love you. We appreciate you coming on. I know you're really busy, especially this time of year. But I do want to ask you before you get off real quick. I know we mentioned it, but seriously, I know you talked what you said about the NCAA. But what's your gut feeling though? Do you think they forfeit the national championship? They think they forfeit those games that they actually cheated in that we all know they did? Or do you think the NCAA just fines them and give the coach 2 game suspension? Let's go play ball.
I think it's a fine and a suspension. I mean, quite honestly. I don't see them stripping the championship. And that would be, you could look at that and you say that's not a good message, but I just don't see them stripping them of the title.
Yeah, but they did that to Bobby Bowden. They did that to Joe Paterno and all these other coaches that took wins away. And you go out there, you can go out there and cheat, and you don't. I don't know. Well, it's going to be interesting today. A lot of people are going to be paying attention to this.
1 p.m. They just announced that's when they're going to release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of Michigan fans. We didn't have any calls today. They've been real quiet, real low. Yeah, Michigan is hiding. All right, Jeff, we love you, brother. You have a great week. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend.
All right, have a good one, Jeff.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. J. Michael's Restaurant, the legendary J. Michael's. Get out and have a great meal. Also, you want over in town, you've got to get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat does such a wonderful job as city commissioner there. All you Mosley Dolphins, before every game, you got to have a little pep rally. You got to have some great food before you go to Tommy Oliver. You better get out to Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. And you're out that way. Let's go get some jewelry. Where are we going? Kyle needs to get his wife something. She's still mad about the dog.
You can have something custom made. If you can draw it on a piece of paper, you can take it to David Adamson Designer Jewelry and have a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry made right there in-house, and it takes less time and it costs less money than anywhere else. We're talking about David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
If you get injured in any way, I'm talking knees, hips, shoulder, whatever. You call the legend. One of the first guys trained in robotic surgeries. People come from all around just have this magical man operate. His name, the legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell. 26 years on Bay County's sidelines. A guy, listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Skin cancer can be deadly. Listen to Dr. Ward every single Wednesday, 7:30. Do you want that yard to look like a golf course? Yeah, you do. You got bugs in your house you want them to go away? Yeah, you do. Who are you going to call? We all know who to call. Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick will come out, that yard will look like a golf course. The guy is incredible, and they can make sure the bugs don't get in your house. Turf Pro Pest Control. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Sports Blitz.
Overtime needs some changes. Let's just go to college overtime at this point.
Yeah, if you're going to give both teams possession, just give both teams possession. Take away the kickoff, take away the punt, and put the ball on the 40 and score.
Go. Just college it.
I got an idea.
Let's hit it.
Why don't we have sudden death, make teams show up with their defense to win a game?
The Sports Blitz. Weekdays 11 to 1. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. It's more than sports. Scorpion TV offers premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, 200 plus entertainment and news networks, or watch thousands of movies on demand, all for just $45 a month when you use the ESPN NW promo code at checkout. Watch on up to 5 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with family and friends. Scorpion TV gives you everything you want for less. Cut the cord, not the fun. To score Scorpion TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click on the Scorpion TV logo. Don't forget our promo code ESPN NW.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Hey! Our Bay! Yeah, where's Michigan Eddie when you need him? He talks a big game. Hey, didn't Michigan Eddie talk a big game yesterday about the Buckeye boys?
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't call in and face them. He's behind the scenes fighting.
I know he'll say, I had to work today.
Yeah,
Some people got to work.
I was busy.
He's nervous. Curled up in the fetal position.
He's hiding. He's hiding from us right now, I'm telling you.
Crying in the cold shower.
And you know I love Michigan Eddie, though. All right. I didn't understand this, guys. Reese Davis, I love him. He graduated from Alabama. He's famous. He does a great job for ESPN and Game Day and everything. All of his duties does a great job. He came out with his list that he sent in for the top 25 AP poll. Man, I don't agree with him. Let me go real quick. He got the number one team in the country, Clemson. Hey, you know what? Dabo said they could be 16-0. Maybe they will be. Maybe we'll go, you know what, Reese, you're right. Penn State second, third Texas, fourth LSU. And LSU truly has a chance to be really good. 5, Ohio State, defending national champs. 6, Notre Dame. 7th, Alabama. 8th, Georgia. 9th, Oregon. 10th, Arizona State. Illinois, 11th. Miami, 12th. Baylor, 13th in the country. 14th, SMU. 15th, Florida. 16th, Iowa State. 17th, Texas Tech. 18th, Kansas State. 19th, Oklahoma. See, people are upset about this. 20, Indiana. 21, Michigan. 22 Boise State, 23 Texas A&M, 24 TCU, and he threw me on this one, Toledo, 25. Toledo would be about 10th in the SEC. They'd be better than Kentucky. Of course, anybody is.
And 11th in the SEC.
Don't let him talk like that, Wildcat.
Slam
I just want to make sure you were listening.
Good thing there's a piece of glass between you.
I know. I can see you getting red back there. All right. What do you think about this? To me, I don't agree with a lot of these.
I'm not a big preseason poll person.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, like I said the other day, you got to start with something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the usual suspects. They're just mixed up in a different order. It is what it is.
But it looks like it's kind of political, though. They're getting here. They're getting parts of the country.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah.
No question. Almost Big 12 teams, Kansas State, Iowa State. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how you start a preseason poll without having the defending champion at the top.
That's what I don't get.
You got them
like
at
that
5.
too. If you won it last year, you got a lot of guys. You got 2 best players in college football coming back on your team. Of course, I will say this: we won it, and we had the Heisman Trophy quarterback. We had the best defensive player in the country, and we didn't even get it done. Now, does that happen at Ohio State? I don't know. They got the best receiver. I think he's the best player in college football. 6'4", 230. He's a freak, and you got the best defensive player in the country on that team. And we've done all these recruiting service. We talked about how much money they bought the players. I'll say that.
Every team buys players.
But I'm just saying that. Why would they not be number one? There's a jealousy. People just don't like them, or what?
They lost both coordinators. They
lost a quarterback.
The entire defensive line that was dominant last year. That really carried them to that championship. Lost Ibuka. They lost some secondary guys. But I will say this: I still think they're ultra talented, a top 3 team. We're splitting hairs when you talk about the top 5. I mean, everybody's got their opinion. Clemson's a very
but I think you're on the top until you're not.
I believe that. You got to beat the champ to be the champ.
Yep.
So I think every year you should start that. If we're going to have preseason polls, which are meaningless anyway, the national championship be the number 1 team, and then everybody else can be ranked.
Yeah, look where they started with my Seminoles last year. Look how that turned out. Oh, man.
But Clemson's got a very veteran team, very veteran quarterback. Penn State's got a very veteran team, very veteran quarterback. So I can see his philosophy. I'm not a big believer in Clemson. I think they got holes in their roster, especially when you look at the depth of everything that you need now to win 16, 17 games.
Yeah, that's a bold statement from Dabo.
Yeah.
16-0.
Usually, though, guys, he tells it like he feels like it is. They might be a lot better than we think. And you bought in on Miami, and I'm still like, I don't know about Miami.
I got him winning the ACC over Clemson.
Wow.
You do? Yeah, wow. Beck's 2 years ago, Beck. I mean, they've recruited as well as anybody on the offensive lines. I mean, they got talent at wide receiver. My biggest concern with them is it's hard to fix a defense that was that bad in 1 year. I mean, they brought in a lot of portal guys, brought in a new defensive coordinator. So if they can get that fixed, I think they're going to be really good.
Let me ask you all of this.
That Notre Dame game is going to tell the tale on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Penn State, they're all the positives on them, why they're ranked number 1. They always throw in, too. I think it's a dig to the Ohio State fans. They always we got the best defensive coordinator in the country. He won a national championship. They give him a lot of praise for what happened at Ohio State. But who is the highest paid assistant coach in the SEC?
In the SEC?
In the SEC. And I will give you a hint. He is a defensive coordinator. He's not the offensive coordinator. In the SEC, the highest paid coach.
Who's LSU's defense coordinator now?
Did you watch their defense last year?
I know. They got a new one.
Yeah. It's not him.
I would say whoever the defensive coordinator is at Georgia would be my guess.
Good. That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
Is it Kentucky? Of course. It kind of.
Wow.
No, I was surprised at this. The highest paid assistant in the SEC is defensive coordinator. He's making $2 million.
Texas.
$2.55 million a year in 2025. That's a lot of money for a defensive coordinator. Their defense was pretty good last year. His name is Pete Golding, which the Alabama fans ran off. He was a defense coordinator with Saban 2018 to 2022. He's a defense coordinator at Ole Miss, and I'll say this: he's done a really good job over there. We talked about this the whole time. Saban was the defensive guy. Y'all are all going off on the defensive coordinator. Nick Saban stands right beside him.
Right.
And Nick liked him. But Nick was smart too, so
and then fired him.
He didn't. He didn't. He left on his own. He left, as far as we know, he left on his own. But look what he did. He's making $2.55 million.
I would never guess that.
Good. I didn't either. That's the reason I wrote it down. I didn't think it happened either. We got a caller.
Yeah, let's take our break.
Let's take our break, and we got a caller. I hope you think it's a coward, or is it somebody? Ooh. All right, let's talk about some of our. Hey, let's start with you guys. Kyle, you got your company. You can design it. You can build it. You just don't do roofs. You can do anything, right?
Yep, we can. We're a state licensed general contractor as well. We can help you from the concept to completion. Give us a call at 866-9908 or visit us at tkvandy.com, and we'll help you out.
Jason, we've been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
You do an incredible job. I remember we used to do the shows 10 years ago down in your store in Pier Park. Had a great time down there doing those things on location. We were on a different time then. We were on 9 to 11, and I like the morning show a lot better. We get in and get it done. But talk about where you located, and you had that machine down there. Julie would go down there and she'd get weighed, measured, and everything like that, and then she'd be depressed. But I don't know why, but talk about that. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. We're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. We do have our InBody 570, which is a body composition analyzer. So if anybody knows what a DEXA scan is, they are very accurate machines to measure body fat, skeletal muscle, visceral fat, your baseline metabolic rate, which is basically a measure of your metabolism. So these are huge tools to be able to, track progress, to be able to adjust diet. So we use them for our meal plans. We get a lot of high school
kids. And you do it with the local football players too,
right?
Yeah.
So that's free for our customers. You can come in anytime. It takes about 30 seconds. So it's not something that takes an hour. You have to set up an appointment for. You can just walk in. We'll put you on it. We'll explain what the numbers mean, and we can get you in the right direction. So we do have a couple deals running right now. You spend $200, you get a free meal prep backpack. It's valued at about $100. So we actually had some extra ones for our bodybuilding show that we had the people on and promoted not too long ago. And for the entire month of August, our back to school special is we have 15% off all our pre-workouts. So, and we have your free sample bar. You can come in, try our pre-workouts for free, and then when you buy one, you'll get 15% off any of your pre-workouts for the month of August.
All right, and we'll be right back. You're listening to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Everybody's waiting. 1 o'clock Eastern time. Yep. We'll find out what happens to Michigan. Do they have to give back the national championship, or they just pay a fine? We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
Call or text the Afternoon Underdogs on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida with your rants, hot takes, picks, and takedowns.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama!
This to go 7 games, you've got to have a bad game at some point.
The Red 70s studio line, 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Friday. A chance of thunderstorms and sunshine this afternoon, evening with a wind at 9 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and the high of 91. Tonight, look for clear skies with a temperature near 80. Tomorrow, a high around 89 and mostly sunshine in the morning and then a chance of thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings and $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorrento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Yeah, right. That was good, by the way. Did you listen to it?
Hey, welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Man, I can't believe we're getting close to college football, high school football tonight. Get out and support these young men. They've worked extremely hard. The cheerleaders, the band members, all of them put in the time. Go support them and help them every way you possibly can. Let's bring on the People's Caller. Is it the People's Caller?
No, hung up on you. Got tired of waiting.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good.
Well, on the Kickoff Classic, we got Arnold versus Destin. Bay and Niceville played last night. We got Bozeman versus Cottondale, Mosley versus South Walton, Rutherford versus Freeport, and North Bay Haven versus Joshua Tree Christian.
Whoa.
So I'm not sure.
Never heard of them.
Where they're from, but with
Who's playing them?
North Bay Haven.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be taking a ride over to South Walton in the new stadium to watch Mosley beat the crap out of South Walton.
Yeah.
So
we had a caller. I guess he got intimidated. He knows the score. he talks big time, and then he just backs out.
But those are all preseason. They don't count against the record.
No, they don't. This is
cool.
just Kickoff Classic.
Right. Do y'all want to talk this caller, or do y'all want to really talk about CBS Bowl predictions?
A little bit of both.
Come on.
Let's take the
we
call.
Love Michigan Eddie.
Let's bring him on right now.
The man, the myth, and the legend.
People's lawyer from Michigan. He's probably got this stuff. He probably settled the case. Let's bring him on.
No cuss words, Eddie. No
cussing, Eddie. Calm down. Good morning, sir.
Go Bush, right there, ringing out turns right there to live like Drew, and name the field after Coach Manley.
Yeah.
Amen.
I finished what you started because I know you have your whatever thing, so I finished what you started at the last segment of the show yesterday. I finished it up.
On the podcast?
No, on Coach Hale show yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Last segment.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mrs. Hale has a task for you, Coach Hale, when you get home.
Okay.
I just talked to your wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. All right, Ms. Gary, what's going to happen today? What's going to go honestly? Be fair, be true, be balanced. What's going to happen?
Well, I think it's going to be a 2-game thing and fine $14 million. Drop in the bucket. Who cares? Let's play some football. And it's kind of funny how it seems like the Buckeye Sourpuss boys care more about Michigan than they do about their own club. That's all I talk about is Michigan. I could care. I could care less about the Buckeyes, bro. Could care less.
I got to be honest. I think a little bit. I think you're onto something, Miss Gary.
We're national champions. We don't listen to fifth-place teams.
We are in their craniums because we beat them like 4 years in a row now.
You beating us twice in a row. That's the reason I'm after you, too. I'll admit it. I'll admit you're in my head.
Two-loss national champions didn't even win their own conference. Just saying.
Beat the most top 10 teams in
the history of college football.
But go ahead.
Ever.
You played TCU and got smacked.
They did play Alabama and beat them, though.
Yeah, but Alabama's no good either.
Thank you, Jay.
All you do is need a pulse to get into Ohio State. That's all I gotta say. Anyway,
it's better than what Weiss was doing up there, buddy.
What's going to happen, though? Seriously, you really believe? Let me ask you this. Be honest. Be honest now. And you're pretty fair and balanced. You really are. Won't you feel guilty if the NCAA lets that slide when the great Bobby Bowden, for doing nothing, had games taken away, and all these other coaches have games taken away, and they allow you guys to have those wins after everybody in the world knows you cheated? Does that not bother you at all?
Well, it's like the FHSAA and NCAA. Kirk has a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they're crazy than bowl of nuts. I mean, they're crooked just like DC and all that. And
Answer the
there's
question,
a lot
sir.
of stuff wrong. It's like the go back. I mean,
Answer the question.
none of it should happen.
So you don't think you should be punished at all?
I mean, let me repeat myself that I said yesterday. I have friends that played in the league, played college football, coached college football, high school football, and all that. There are people throughout the stadium scouting. I mean, this has been going on for decades. And you guys
Can you send us one
brand
picture of you guys, of those people filming the sidelines and taking, photos of other people's signals? Every stadium has cameras in them. Every single school in the Big Ten turned Michigan in. Not one other school has been turned in or has any evidence of anything that you're talking about.
It seems like the only people that are talking about are you and the four-letter. You and Thamel. Are you guys best buds now?
No.
Everybody
I will
talking
say
about
everybody in the country's talking about it just because you listen to your little Michigan insiders and say, oh, nothing happened except we cheated for 3 years. We got suspended 3 games. Harbaugh ran to the NFL. He's got 3-year show cause. You got
All the
6
coaches are
level
gone.
1 violations. You got failure to monitor. But we didn't do anything.
The only thing I'm ticked off about Michigan about is that assistant coach and that computer thing that I think is bull.
What about the guy that was the pedophile that went to Walmart to have sex with a 13-year-old? I would be a little upset about that one, too.
That too. That's all. The doctors
Great
of the Big
staff.
Ten make me sick. The assistant coach, I forgot his name of Michigan. He's gone now, but he was hacking into stuff and all that. That shouldn't have happened. That was proven and all that. I mean, I'm not condoning that at all. I think that,
I know.
that makes
You're
me
a good
sick to my
man, and I'm
stomach.
messing with you a little bit. The only thing that frustrates me with the
That's
Michigan
why people
fans...
love us, Buckeye boys.
The only thing that
People
frustrates
love
me
us,
about
man.
Michigan fans, if the shoe was on the other foot,
oh God,
you would never hear the end of this from
No.
Michigan fans. You never heard of it
Well,
with
not-
Tattoo
not-
Gate,
not-
where Ohio State
not for
players
me.
trade their own memorabilia
Yeah, for
for
tattoos.
tattoos, and they think
And that
that
was
is
wrong.
worse than what Michigan did because we got way worse punishment.
And you got games
Hold
taken
on.
away.
Games.
Hold on
Trussell
a
got
second. Hold on a
fired. He
second.
had a 5-year
Yeah, they put
show
him on the
cause in
cross.
the
Oh, my
NFL.
gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, and so you're
Let
okay with them not having a forfeit game? Seriously.
Let me say something. Let me say something. That golden pants thing, when people were selling their trinkets so their families could put electricity and stuff on, that was terrible. And Sweater Vest got screwed over on that deal, and that never should have happened. I was against that too, by the way.
Who's
But I didn't know you
who's
at the
Sweater?
time.
Oh, come on, man. I like Trussell.
I like Trussell too, but he's
You're not
Sweater
listening.
Vest because he always wore the sweater vest.
Yeah, that's his
You're not
nickname.
listening.
That's his trademark. And when he was ever since he was at Youngstown State and all that, Sweater Vest.
Yeah, none of that.
Well, I don't
Actually,
think any of us know truly what's going on. But 1 o'clock, they're going to release the information, and we'll all have something to talk about on Monday.
Yeah. We should.
And I want to talk about this Arnold thing.
Okay, go
If
ahead.
anyone can't see, doesn't smell right, feel right, I mean, there's something fishy going on there. I mean, that seems straight up like a setup. From what I hear from you guys, that's the first I heard about it when I was taking little Eddie to school today.
Yeah.
Was that? I'm like, seems like Bay High's in the news for all the wrong reasons right now because they're connected, right?
Well, I got two Bay guys here right now. Let's ask them.
Okay, let me say this. And this is nothing to do with what happened because I have no inside knowledge of all the details. But if a school was trying to get your players, you're going to do everything as a coach within that program to keep your players. That's just who you are as a coach.
Yeah.
You should do that. That's your obligation to your program. So if they set them up and they were doing something wrong, I don't have sympathy for the people that are doing something wrong. I'm not saying that's what happens here. That's just my philosophy on the situation. But I have no details of this. I love both the guys. I think they're both great
Yeah,
coaches.
neither do
They're good for
I.
their
But
company.
I mean, look, there's 2, maybe even 3 sides to this story, and we're going to find out exactly what happened.
We love you, Michigan Eddie. Go Wolverines. Not.
Go
We're out.
Wolverines.
104.3 ESPN North and West Florida. We're out.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida.